welcome, welcome, welcome. There's a surprise. Please stay till the end. There's a surprise today. Don't forget the wonderful surprise. So please be there till the end. Yes, Sanjivji, over to you.
Wonderful. Are you able to hear this music?
Yes.
Music volume is okay, too loud, too soft?
I think perfect.
It's fine.
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha. Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam yena characharam Tatpadam darshitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Just close your eyes, aankhein band kijiye, and just be with this music that I'm playing on a electronic flute. It is an electronic flute. I'm playing it on my iPad. It's a new instrument. आज होना बालमा आज होना सावन बीता जाए जाए रे सावन बीता जाए. This is the situation of our life. Waiting for Godot, waiting for God, waiting for divine, waiting for life to begin. 1 year rolls into the other. नींद भी अखियन द्वार नाए अखियन द्वार नाए मोह से मिलन की आस सताए There is ultimately only one thing that this separate self yearns for. There is only one thirst. There is only one thirst, one yearning, one craving for happiness, for joy. And that craving, that yearning, that thirst, that weight is for the end of this separation. For the pretentious, imaginary separation, which is really not a separation, because we have forgotten who we are in this dream world called life. We have forgotten our true nature. नींद भी अखियन द्वार न आए, तो से मिलन की आस भी जाए। मोरे सपने कौन सजाए, मोरे सपने कौन सजाए। सावन बीता जाए, जाए रे सावन बीता जाए। Connect with the true self that you are. There is nothing that stops you. There is nothing in the way. There is no time needed. There is no further anything needed. You are it already. No need for any New Year resolutions to do some more of something or some less of something else. You are already that. Step into your true self. Simply take that step. Drop the pretense. Step into that true self that you are. That true self which is only love. That true self which is itself the truth. The true self which is always at peace. The true self which only wishes to express more and more of itself into this dream world called life. Through you, called your life. चांद का बदरा गरबा लगाए, चांद का बदरा गरबा लगाए, और भी मोरा मन ललचाए। This dream world is fascinating. This dream world, this illusionary dream, full of wonders, full of joy, full of so many things. So engaging. So engaging, so mesmerizing, so tantalizing, so fascinating. So fascinating that we forget. So fascinating that we forget who we are. So fascinating that we forget what we are here for. So fascinating that we forget what we really want. चांद का बदरा गरबा लगाए, और भी मोरा मन ललचाए। यार हसीन गले लग जा, हाँ यार हसीन गले लग जा, यार हसीन गले लग जा, मोरी उम्र गुजरती जाए। यार हसीन गले लग जा. Who is that ultimate friend? That ultimate friend is nothing but the divine.
Just one request. थोड़ा वॉल्यूम म्यूजिक का सब रिक्वेस्ट करें, थोड़ा म्यूजिक का थोड़ा, सॉरी फॉर दैट.
Music volume lower.
थोड़ा they want to hear. Sorry for the interruption.
No problem. Better? आज हुनाए बालमा सावन बीता जाए, जाए रे सावन बीता जाए. वो बालम, that ultimate lover which contains all of us, all of the things, each and everything. And the paradox is that that divine is not far. That divine is always present. That divine is nearer than near. In fact, it is your own true self. You are that. And we have forgotten. We have forgotten. We have forgotten. On purpose we have forgotten. On purpose we have forgotten in order to live this dream life. This dream life called Prakash, this dream life called Jagruti, this dream life called Sanjiv. Each of our dream lives. In order to live that dream, we have forgotten who we are. Because in order to live this dreamed life, as the dreamt character. ये आवश्यक है, ये आवश्यक है कि हम भूल जाए कि हमारी असलियत क्या है. जैसे एक एक्टर स्टेज पर एंटर करता है किसी भी एक रोल को लेकर, तब ज़रूरी है कि वो भूल जाए वो कौन है असल में. जब भूलता है तभी वो किरदार निभा सकता है जिसके लिए वो स्टेज पर उतरा है. लेकिन उस हद तक हम भूल गए हैं उस स्टेज पर, हम सोचते हैं कि हमें ये जो किरदार है वो ही मैं हूँ. उस हद तक भूलने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. उस हद तक जब हम भूल जाते हैं, देन वही किरदार, वही रोल becomes the suffering of life, not just the enactment of life, not just the play of life, but the suffering of life becomes a reality. And then we yearn for that merger, we yearn for that togetherness, we yearn for that उस मिलन की. So यहाँ पे जो चांद और बादल का जो खेल है is representing this illusory world called life, this dream world. चांद को बदरा गरबा लगाए और भी मोरा मन ललचाए. यार हसीन गले लग जा, हाँ यार हसीन गले लग जा, यार हसीन गले लग जा. मोरी उम्र गुजरती जाए, मोरी उम्र गुजरती जाए. Don't remember that this time on this stage is limited. This time in this role is limited. If we are ever to end this suffering and live this life in joy, then that merger, the end of this separation, so that this yearning, all endeavor is ultimately an endeavor to end this separation. Whether you are doing a business, whether you are doing a factory, whether anything, whatever profession you are doing, in fact all your activity in life is aimed at only one goal: to experience the end of this suffering and the joy of becoming one with who you already are. And it is not just the so-called good endeavors, all endeavor. चोर चोरी भी इसीलिए करता है, चोर चोरी भी इसीलिए करता है कि उसको ये सुख, ये चैन, ये शांति चाहिए, which is the end of this separation. It is a misguided path, but it is still the path towards the self, towards his own self. उसके लिए वो खोज उतनी desperate हो गई है, उतनी desperate हो गई है कि वो कुछ भी करने को तैयार है for that experience of oneness, for that experience of the merger. All the way to stealing and robbing and more. There's one more antra actually, but I'm not finding it right now. But anyway, so So all of us who have encountered this knowledge, this understanding of our true self, whether it is through SSY or whatever means you have encountered this understanding, it is very, 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 very simple. It is not easy, but it is simple. And there are only 2 steps that you need to take. And once you understand these steps, then life takes on a completely different color, a different tune, a different meaning, a different joy. First there is the yearning which everyone has inherently. The first step is that yearning. And know that all that you're doing in life is ultimately to quench that thirst. वही प्यास को बुझाने के लिए हम जो भी कर रहे हैं उसी लिए कर रहे हैं सब कुछ, चाहे वो व्यवसाय हो, बिजनेस हो, या मेडिटेशन हो, या भक्ति हो. The final goal is that same experience of joy, of merger. But first that thirst, and once that thirst is recognized, realizing and understanding that it is not a learning that needs to happen, it is a remembering that needs to happen. It is only a remembering. किसी चीज़ को आपको अगर सीखना है तो बहुत कुछ तपस्या करनी पड़ती है. किताबें पढ़ो, स्कूल जाओ, कॉलेज जाओ, किसी के पास जाओ, गुरु के पास जाओ, टीचर के पास जाओ, पढ़ो, लिखो, देखो, समझो, जानो, बहुत कुछ है कुछ जानने के लिए. लेकिन याद करने के लिए क्या ज़रूरी है? अगर कुछ याद करना है तो बस याद कर लो. It is already there. It does not require any effort on your part except to remember. Remember what? Remember that you are forgotten. Just remember that you are forgotten. You have only forgotten who you are. And for a purpose. क्योंकि ये सपना में अगर जीना है, लाइफ में अगर जीना है, तो ये ज़रूरी है कि हम भूल जाएं, टेम्पररीली भूल जाए, स्टेज पे आकर भूल जाए कि मैं अमिताभ बच्चन अगर सेट पर आता है, डायरेक्टर बोलता है लाइट्स कैमरा एक्शन, बस एक्शन जैसे ही शुरू हो गई वो भूल जाता है कि वो अमिताभ बच्चन है और वो कूली या प्रोफेसर या जो भी है किरदार वो बन जाता है एक पल में. और वो उस समय में ज़रूरी है कि वो भूल जाए. और कूली बनकर जब सामान उठाता है और पसीना गिरता है, तब 2 चॉइस है. अगर वो भूल गया है कि वो अमिताभ बच्चन है और ये कूली का काम जो कर रहा है या मेहनत कर रहा है, नॉट दैट एनीथिंग रॉन्ग विद बीइंग अ कूली, आई एम नॉट सेइंग दैट, बट इफ ही रियली फॉरगेट्स दैट ही इज़ रियली अमिताभ बच्चन, तो वो बोझा उठाने में दिन भर बोझ उठाते उठाते देयर विल बी सफरिंग. देयर विल बी सफरिंग. नॉट जस्ट बोझा तो है ही, पेन तो है ही, वज़न तो है ही है, वो तो हकीकत है, लेकिन उसके साथ साथ सफरिंग हो या ना हो, उसमें 2 चॉइस है. अगर वो सचमुच में भूल जाता है कि वो अमिताभ बच्चन है, कूली नहीं है, तो फिर वही बोझा, वही वज़न उसको एक सफरिंग की तरह अनुभव होगा. लेकिन अगर उसे याद है कि अरे यार मेरी तो मर्सिडीज़ खड़ी है बाहर स्टूडियो के, ये बोझा तो ऐसे ही उठा रहा हूँ मैं क्योंकि ये किरदार में ये है, मेरी तो एयर कंडीशन मर्सिडीज़ खड़ी है जो मुझे अपने एयर कंडीशन बंगलों में ले जाएगी कुछ ही दिनों में, कुछ ही घंटों में, और वहाँ जाके मैं अपनी जकूज़ी में आराम से आई विल टेक अ मसाज एंड अ जकूज़ी बाथ। देन दैट सेम बोझा वो उठाते उठाते अंदर अंदर तो हंसेगा, बाहर शायद वो पसीना गिराएगा या जो भी है किरदार जो डायरेक्टर बोल रहा है वो, लेकिन उसे कोई सफरिंग नहीं है। सफरिंग इज ऑप्शनल बिकॉज ही नोज, ही रिमेंबर्स दैट आई एम एक्चुअली नॉट कूली, आई एम अमिताभ बच्चन। तो हमारा भी यही कुछ हाल है कि हम अमिताभ बच्चन से भी कहीं ज़्यादा बढ़कर दिव्य शक्ति का एक स्वरूप है, और हम भूल गए हैं कि हम वो हैं। और जब हम भूल कर ये किरदार गुजारते हैं एज अ वाइफ ऑफ समबडी और एन हस्बैंड ऑफ समबडी, अ फादर ऑफ समबडी, यू नो father of somebody else, or mother of somebody, or a boss of somebody, or an employee, all those roles, in those roles हम भूल जाते हैं कि हम एक्चुअली में ये ऐसे ही, मैंने ये कॉस्ट्यूम पहना है, कॉस्ट्यूम पहना है इस शरीर का, इतना कॉम्प्लिकेटेड कॉस्ट्यूम है। पता है आपको कि हम कुछ किरदार ऐसे होते हैं जहाँ घंटों तक मेकअप करवाते हैं। Some roles are like that. Literally the shot may be 2 minutes, but it takes hours to do the makeup right because you want to get it exactly right. And we are wearing the ultimate makeup, the ultimate makeup, the ultimate disguise, the ultimate role that you are playing in. और आपको एक नाम दिया गया है इस रोल में, इस जिंदगी में आपका एक नाम है, गौरव है, राजेश है, नेहा है, मीरा है, ये नाम है आपका। और ये मेकअप है आपका शरीर, ये डिस्गाइज है आपका शरीर जो इससे आपको पहनाया गया है। कुछ घंटे नहीं, 9 महीने लगे थे, 9 महीने लगे थे इस मेकअप को बनवाने को आपके लिए। और वो मेकअप लगाकर आप आ गए धरती पर इस किरदार को निभाने। लेकिन एक्टिंग उतनी अच्छी कर रहे हैं हम, उतने अच्छे एक्टर बन गए कि लास्ट इंस्ट्रक्शन जो है वो मेकअप आर्टिस्ट का, वो मेकअप आर्टिस्ट मेकअप करवाते करवाते 9 महीना, और आखिरी में जब इस धरती पर प्रवेश करने का समय आता है तब एक आखिरी इंस्ट्रक्शन देता है वो डायरेक्टर। What is that last instruction to you? The last instruction is forget that you are me. ये भूल जाओ कि तुम मैं हो। Forget that you are me. And now go and pretend that you are you. This separate little baby, this separate little life. And then the rest will take care of itself on the stage. नाम आपको दे देगी आपके मम्मी डैडी, और कुछ ना कुछ सर्कमस्टेंसेस पैदा हो जाएंगे सेट पर जिस पे से आपको ये किरदार निभाना है। So here is the challenge. The challenge is to remember, which is to forget what you are, to remember what you have forgotten, that you are that. And the second step, there's one more step. This is the lyrics are perfect for describing this situation where you are forgotten. जब हम भूल गए हैं, and we are in that state of forgetfulness. नींद भी अखियन द्वार नाए, तो से मिलन की आस भी जाए. To that extent that we are in desperation, desperate, तो से मिलन की आस भी जाए, मतलब अभी होप भी नहीं रहा, उस हद तक we are in suffering. Not only we have forgotten, we have complete amnesia, total amnesia, and we have no hope left of remembering. That is the situation that this song is describing. तो से मिलन की आस भी जाए, आई बहार खिले फुलवा, आई बहार खिले फुलवा, आई बहार खिले फुलवा, मोरे सपने कौन सजाए. अज हुन आए बालमा, सावन बीता जाए. कभी कभी मैंने वो गंगा सती एक संत हुआ करती थी गुजरात में, काठियावाड़ में शायद, जिसका मैंने जिक्र कभी किया है. सिद्ध संत थे और इस दुनिया को छोड़कर जाने की तैयारी हो गई थी उनकी, लेकिन उनके जो बेटे थे उन्होंने कहा कि आपने बहुत कुछ ज्ञान प्राप्त किया है, कम से कम आप सिखाते जाइए किसी को. तो उन्होंने अपनी बहू को ये संदेश और वो जो ज्ञान है वो पास ऑन किया. और एक बात जो उनको बताई थी उसकी बहू को कि बिजली ना झपकारे मोती पोरविलो पानबा. पानबा was a name. पानबा means बा बुलाते हैं. Even if somebody is younger to you in pure or the rural Gujarat or the beautiful Gujarati में हर एक को बा करके बुलाते हैं. तो पानबा, उसकी बहू को भी वो पानबा करके बुलाती है. बिजली ना झपकारे मोती पोरवी लो. एक बिजली के झपकारे के जितना ही समय है आपके पास, उस झपकारे में मोती पिरो लो. मोती कौन सा मोती? याद कर लो जो भूल गए हो. याद कर लो जो भूल गए हो, वो मोती पिरोना है इसी वक्त, अभी. Not for next year's resolution, not for last year's resolution. In this moment, remember who you are, who you truly are. And then once you remember who you are, there is only one more step remaining. Remembering that this is only makeup. Remembering that this is a disguise. Remembering that this name is just a role, an actor role. Arun is a role, is a name to a role, to an actor, not who you are. And we get so caught up in this name, in this disguise, in this actor, in this makeup, कि हम सोचने लगते हैं कि यही मैं हूं. और कैसे पता चलेगा कि ये मैं नहीं हूं, मेरी असलियत कोई और है? तो सिंपल सी एक्सरसाइज है. कल हम एक ऑर्फनेज में गए थे, बीजे होम है इधर पास में ही. सम 120 children all the way from age 5 to age 12 who are either orphaned or abandoned by their parents on the streets or somewhere, and they are taken care of by this organization. तो उनको बताने गए थे हम यही बातें जो मैं अभी आपको बता रहा हूँ। बट इमेजिन ये बताना है एक 5 साल के, 6 साल के, 7 साल के बच्चे को, तो उसको तो ये नहीं कह सकते कि यू आर अवेयरनेस, यू आर डिवाइन, यू आर कॉन्शियसनेस. So I think I had done this exercise with all of you last time also. तो आनंद में हो, ये किया था ये गाना हमने, आनंद में हो, आनंद में हो ताली बजाओ. यस, शायद नहीं किया था क्योंकि ये बाद में आया है मुझे 1 महीने से. हाँ, तो चलिए वही कर लेते हैं. So everyone turn on your videos. Turn on videos. ओके ओके, अभी जो इंस्ट्रक्शन है वैसे करते जाना. आनंद में हो ताली बजाओ, 1 2. आनंद में हो ताली बजाओ, 1 2. ओनली 1 2, कंटिन्यूअस नहीं. आनंद में हो ताली बजाओ, आनंद में हो ताली बजाओ, आनंद में हो और जानते भी हो, आनंद में हो ताली बजाओ, आनंद में हो शोर मचाओ, हे, आनंद में हो शोर मचाओ, ये, आनंद में हो और जानते भी हो, आनंद में हो शोर मचाओ, ये, आनंद में हो खड़े हो जाओ, आनंद में हो खड़े हो जाओ, आनंद में हो और जानते भी हो, आनंद में हो खड़े हो जाओ, आनंद में हो शरीर हिलाओ, आनंद में हो शरीर हिलाओ, आनंद में हो और जानते भी हो, आनंद में हो शरीर हिलाओ, आनंद में हो ताली बजाओ, आनंद में हो ताली बजाओ, 1 2. आनंद में हो और जानते भी हो, आनंद में हो ताली बजाओ, 1 2. ओके, ग्रेट, थैंक यू. तो अभी एक क्वेश्चन मेरा आप सबसे ये है कि जब मैंने कहा कि शरीर हिलाओ, तो हाँ या ना में जवाब देना सभी चैट विंडो में. क्या शरीर अपने आप हिला था, हाँ या ना? अपने आप हिला था, अपने आप हिलने लगा, हाँ या ना? नो 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 नो, ना, अपने आप नहीं हिला, अपने आप नहीं हिला, सभी कह रहे हैं नो 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 नो. नो, एवरीवन इज सेइंग नो. या एवरीवन विल से नो. शरीर अपने आप नहीं हिला था क्योंकि ये जो मेकअप किया है, ये जो कॉस्ट्यूम लगाया है, ये जो कॉस्ट्यूम लगाया है, वो अपने आप नहीं हिलता है, अपने आप नहीं चलता है, किसी के कहने पर हिलता है, किसी के कहने से चलता है. और तो दूसरा क्वेश्चन, ये शरीर अपने आप नहीं हिला, तो ये शरीर किसने हिलाया? जवाब दीजिए चैट बॉक्स में, किसने हिलाया?
गॉड,
आजाद सराफ कह रहे हैं
गॉड,
मैंने, गॉड, मी. सिंपल भाषा में हु, पावर पता नहीं, लेकिन आप सिंपल भाषा में कहेंगे तो मैंने हिलाया शरीर भैया, मैंने हिलाया. Me, I, everyone is saying I, and that is what it is. जो शरीर हिलाया वो मैं हूं. तो अगर ये शरीर को मैंने हिलाया है, तो जाहिर है कि एक तो शरीर है, या ये मेकअप है, ये कॉस्ट्यूम है, और एक मैं हूं जो शरीर को हिला रहा है. तो मैं और शरीर एक नहीं हो सकते, क्योंकि शरीर अपने आप नहीं हिलाया, मैंने हिलाया. और ये मैं जो है, ये मैं है और ये शरीर है। तो इट्स वेरी सिंपल। तो जब हमने ये एक्सरसाइज की छोटे बच्चों के साथ, तो फौरन समझ गए कि नहीं, शरीर अपने आप नहीं हिला। किसने हिलाया? मैंने। Everyone, even 4-year-old child was able to say, ये शरीर मैंने हिलाया। 4-year-old kid is saying मैं और शरीर, मैंने शरीर हिलाया। और 4-year-old is understanding कि मैं और ये शरीर अलग है, मैं और ये नाम अलग है, मैं और मेरी मान्यताएं अलग है, मैं और मेरी भावनाएं अलग है, मैं और मेरे विचार अलग है, मैं और मेरी तन्हाइयां। लेकिन वो अलग डायलॉग है, जाने दो। मैं और मेरी तन्हाइयां अक्सर बातें करते हैं, बट तो मैं और मेरी तन्हाइयां भी अलग है, वैसे वो अलग बात है। तो there are two energies, two separate entities. तो ये मैं है। तो क्या याद करना है? क्या याद करना है? उस मैं को याद करना है जिसे आप भूल गए हो। क्योंकि आपने सोच रखा है कि मैं ये शरीर हूं, मैं ये नाम हूं, मैं ये मेरे विचार हूं, मैं ये मेरे इमोशंस हूं, मैं ये मेरे फीलिंग्स हूं, मैं मेरा धन हूं, मैं मेरा ज्ञान हूं, मैं मेरा घर हूं, मैं मेरी दौलत हूं, या जो भी। लेकिन ये तो किरदार है सिर्फ। इस किरदार में आपका ये दौलत है, इस किरदार में आपका ये नॉलेज है, इस किरदार में आपका ये ओपिनियन है। वरना ये आपका ओपिनियन है, और जो आप है वो आप और आपका किरदार अलग है, आप और आपका शरीर अलग है। और ये मैं, इसको याद करना, दैट इज स्टेप नंबर 1 टू कम आउट ऑफ this feeling, to come out of this illusion, to come out of this dream. The simplest and easiest way is simply to remember this मैं। कोई महावाक्य या कोई महान पुस्तक या कोई महान संत या कोई 20 साल वाली तपस्या की बात ही नहीं है। It is as simple as this: remember who you are. And it is immediately obvious to you when you ask yourself, what is it that is animating this character? वो क्या है जो इस कैरेक्टर को ऊर्जा दे रहा है, जान दे रहा है, एक्शन दे रहा है, अनुभव करवा रहा है? देख रही है आंखें, लेकिन देखने वाला कौन है? सुन रहे हैं कान, लेकिन सुनने वाला कौन है? तो ये जब याद आ जाता है किरदार, तो बैक टू कूली एंड अमिताभ। तो जब अमिताभ को बोझ उठाते उठाते लग रहा है बोझ का वजन, फौरन उसको याद आ जाए, अरे अभी सीन डायरेक्टर कट बोलेगा और ये खत्म, और मैं तो अपनी मर्सिडीज में या जो भी है, रोल्स रॉयस होगी, उसमें जाकर चैन से जीता हूं। लेकिन नेक्स्ट स्टेप कम्स हियर। याद करके क्या वो बोझ छोड़ के चला जाएगा मर्सिडीज में सीन खत्म होने से पहले? डायरेक्टर कट होने से पहले क्या वो बोझ छोड़ के भागेगा मर्सिडीज में स्टूडियो छोड़कर? बिल्कुल नहीं। याद किया, स्टेप नंबर 1। याद करने के बाद किरदार जारी रहे, दैट इज स्टेप नंबर 2। किरदार वही है, नाम वही है, रोल वही है, मेकअप वही है, शरीर वही है, लेकिन अभी आपको याद आ गया है कि मैं ये किरदार नहीं हूं। लेकिन याद करने के बाद इस किरदार को जारी रखना, दैट इज स्टेप नंबर 2। और जब याद करने के बाद ये किरदार जारी रखते हो, तो वो किरदारी में कुछ और ही अनोखापन आ जाता है। आपकी अदा बदल जाती है, आपके रूप रंग बदल जाते हैं, आपका अनुभव बदल जाता है। किरदार वही है, डायलॉग भी वही है, रोल भी वही है, लेकिन उसका अनुभव आपके लिए बिल्कुल अलग होगा। क्योंकि वो बोझ अब सफरिंग नहीं लगता है। अब पता है कि चल यार अभी तो कट बोलेगा और मैं छोड़ दूंगा इसको, ये लाल वर्दी जो पहनी है कूली की, वो तो ऐसे ही पहन रखी है, ये शरीर जो मैंने ले रखा है वो तो ऐसे ही ले रखा है। अभी कट होगा और हम छोड़ देंगे इसको, हमारा भी कट होगा। और छोड़ देंगे इसको, लेकिन उससे पहले तब तो वो है ही मिलन। जब हम ये रोल छोड़ के कट होगा कैमरा का आपके लिए, तब ही तो वो मिलन है ही है। लेकिन उससे पहले वो मिलन होना और किरदार कंटिन्यू करना, दैट इज द साधना, दैट इज द सेकेंड मैजिकल मिराक्युलस स्टेप, व्हाट आई कॉल एज जीवन योग, जीवन मार्ग। भक्ति मार्ग होता है, योग मार्ग होता है, ज्ञान मार्ग होता है, बट अब ये नया योग, नया मार्ग सुन लीजिए, जीवन मार्ग, द लाइफ पाथ। This life itself is your path. You do not need to put your life on pause and do something else. In the natural course of life itself, speaking to people, doing your job, doing your work, speaking, making dinner, having dinner, going to sleep, eating, in that, not that you have to go and do seva in an ashram, not that you have to go to an ashram and meditate, not that you have to sit in a temple and do bhajans. You can do that also. It is a wonderful thing to do, no doubt, no problem, do it. But the ultimate योग is जीवन योग। जब आपके बच्चे के साथ बात कर रहे हो, क्या आपको याद है कि मैं कौन हूं, आप असलियत में कौन है? When you are in the midst of a fight or a conflict, do you remember that I am not this, you are not this, I am that? क्या ये याद है आपको? और ये जब याद करने के बाद आप उसी कॉन्फ्लिक्ट, उसी घर्षण, उसी रोल, उसी स्टेप, उसी सीन में जब वापस लौट आते हो, तो वो सीन बदल जाता है, मैजिकल हो जाता है। There's a short story. Actually, there are two short stories I want to share with you. So there's a story which won one of the competition prizes for short stories. You had to write a story in 6 words. Okay, that was the challenge. 6 words, a story. And I may have shared with some of you before this one. But the story that won the prize, I will tell you the story in 6 words. The story is for sale, full stop. Baby shoes, full stop. Never used, full stop.
Wow.
For sale, baby shoes, never used. 6 words. Do you get the whole story in that 6 words? The story is such a beautiful story. You can imagine everything that happened before and after. If baby shoes were never used, obviously it is a parent that is putting this ad. Obviously, they must have bought these shoes for their baby, which either never got born or is not there anymore. And before that baby could use the shoes, that baby is no more. And hence these shoes are for sale. So point is, it's just 6 words, but you get the whole story in just those 6 words. समझ में आ गई ये story सबको? Did everyone get it? Just put in the chat. Great. So there's another short story. The Buddha enters the room, walks to his mat, and sits down. Okay? So hear the story. This is the full story. That's it. This is the entire story. The Buddha walks into the hut. No, the Buddha opens the door. No, the Buddha enters the hut, walks to his mat, and sits down. That's the entire story. Can anyone tell me what is the significance of this story? Nothing there to do in life. Okay, yeah, in a way. But still, what is the significance of this story? These Buddha equals wisdom. Okay. Getting to our true self. Okay, very nice. Hemali. What else? Connect it with what I said about re-entering the role. After remembering, re-entering the role. Connect it with that part. You have entered this body. Very nice, Hiren. You have entered this body. Very good. Any other thoughts? Sit and relax and find out who you are. Doing everything doing everything with full awareness. Wonderful, KK. Do nothing, Venkatesh Iyer. Okay. नहीं, बट ये स्टोरी की खासियत क्या है? इस स्टोरी का मैसेज क्या है? The Buddha enters the hut, walks to his mat and sits down. What is the significance of this? So some of you are getting closer and closer, but shall I tell you in March or February? क्या भी बोल?
Oh, can't wait till then.
Can't wait.
Can't wait till then.
We'll have to bring the hut and बोरिया बिस्तरा आपके घर पे to do the story.
अजहू ना आए बालमा, अजहू ना आए स्टोरी वाह, सावन बीता जाए, वैसा हो जाएगा. So by the way, before we close, I just want to know how you guys like this musical instrument and the playing.
It was lovely. It was lovely. Oh my God.
Oh, it is.
This is only flute, Sanjiv? Only flute?
No, there are many instruments on it.
Lovely.
But I'm playing only flute. There are many instruments, different instruments.
What is it called?
It's called Geo. Geo. So, right. So back to the story.
Please show again. Natisha ji is requesting, could you show it again? Yeah. So lovely. This is beautiful. Oh, this is more compact than a Casio, right?
Yeah. It's on the iPad. It's the iPad.
Acha, it's the iPad. Oh, I see. Wow. Vijay ji पूछ रहे हैं, is it an app or what is it? Is it an app?
It's an app. It's an app called GeoShred is the full name. GeoShred. GeoShred. GeoShred, exactly. Yup. ये जो लिखा है सराफ, आजाद सराफ, आहाद सराफ, आजाद सराफ, Alhad Saraf. Okay, yeah, GeoShred. That's the name. So here's the thing. The message of this story is that when you remember and you re-enter your ordinary role, whatever you're playing Jagruti, playing Komal, When you re-enter this role, knowing who you are, then something magical happens. So remember, it is the Buddha that opens the door. It is not just anyone. What is Buddha? Buddha is the one who now knows who they are. That's the Buddha. A Buddha is the wise person who has now realized and remembered that I am not this body. I am that which is the experiencer of this body. I am that which is the experience of all bodies. I am that which is the one and everything that there is. So when that realization has happened and you re-enter that role, जब वो इंसान अपने आप को जानकर फिर से इंसान का ही रोल में वापस आ जाता है, तभी उसे बुद्ध कहते हैं. और जब वो जानते हुए वो अपना किरदार फिर से शुरू करता है, तब every ordinary event becomes extraordinary. When a Buddha opens the door, it is not just an ordinary event. When a Buddha enters a room, it is not an ordinary event. When a Buddha walks, it is not an ordinary event anymore, because now a Buddha is walking. When a Buddha sits down, it is no ordinary act. It is a Buddha now sitting down. So the ordinary has become extraordinary. The ordinary has become magical. The ordinary has become miraculous. The actions are still ordinary, as usual. You and I also open the door. You and I also walk into a room, and you and I also sit down. But when you do the same thing as a Buddha, then it is newsworthy. Then it becomes a story, because it's a miracle. It's a miraculous event. When a Buddha enters a room, silence happens, peace happens, love happens, joy happens. In the presence, in the mere presence of a Buddha entering the room is transformed. The space is transformed. Whoever is there already in the room will be also touched by that same magic, by that same transformation, because it is now present. That role has now made present the divine through their body, through this makeup, through this particular form called the Buddha. When they walk, it is no ordinary walk. You will be mesmerized by this walk. And this is, we are talking about a Buddha, but this is you. When you remember who you are, your life will be transformed. Your every act, whether it's eating, sleeping, drinking, walking, becomes newsworthy, because now it is you as the true you speaking, as the true you singing, as the true you walking, eating. So that's what this story means. The Buddha entered the hut, walked to his mat, and sat down. So ordinary, and yet you can almost sense the magic of it. Can you sense the magic of this? Yes? Great. So we have just a few minutes left, so I'll open it up to questions or comments, insights, ahas.
Yes. So all of you all can share what did you take back from this knowledge. All are in trance, संजीव भाई. All हम लोग और एक म्यूजिक सुनना चाह रहे हैं आपका. एक आवाज बता दें. What say जागृति जी? One.
मैंने तो बहुत कुछ बोल दिया उनको.
इसीलिए तो यही तो नया कुछ है. आज हुनाए बालमा सावन बीता जाए, जाए रे सावन बीता जाए। नींद भी अखियन द्वार न आए, तो से मिलन की आस भी जाए। आई बहार खिले फुलवा, आई बहार खिले फुलवा, आई बहार खिले फुलवा। मोरे सपने कौन सजाए, आज हुनाए बालमा सावन बीता जाए। चांद को बदरा गरवा लगाए, और भी मोरा मन ललचाए। चांद को बदरा गरवा लगाए, और भी मोरा मन तरसाए। यार हसीन गले लग जा, यार हसीन गले लग जा, यार हसीन गले लग जा। मोरी उम्र गुजरती जाए, आज हुनाए बालमा सावन बीता जाए, जाए रे सावन बीता जाए। और ये सत्संग भी बीता जाए। But we don't have to wait. There is no need for anything else to happen. Simply remember who you are. Step into that which you are, and then step back into this role called Madhuma, called Gopal, called Azad ne kya?
Alhad.
आल्हाद लिखा है, आल्हाद।
अलादीन का चिराग है, कॉलम अलादीन का चिराग।
अलादीन का चिराग, अल्लाह, इंद्रजीत, राजेश, all of you, just step back into this role. Then whatever you do, your business, whatever you do, your teaching of SSY or your whatever role you are playing, it's just a role. But when you step into that role knowing who you are, the same role, the same dialogue, the same routine transforms, becomes magical. There's no need to do anything different than playing your role of life itself. You don't need to put on another dress and become a monk. You don't need to go to an ashram and meditate for 50 years. You don't need to change your business. You don't need to change anything. All those changes are in the outer, in the dialogue. It doesn't matter what the dialogue is. It's just a story. Just a story. No significance. It's a dream. When you wake up from the dream, how did it matter what happened in the dream? Nothing. It makes no bloody difference whether you were the queen of Sheba or you were the pauper of Dharavi or whatever. Makes no difference. उसको बदलने में वक्त, एनर्जी मत गवाओ. Step into your role and step back onto the stage. Step into your role, step into who you are and get back on the stage. It's as simple as that.
Wonderful. Yes, any questions from any of you? Then
Yeah,
you can
anyone?
just raise your hands.
Yes, Madhuma wants to say something, I think.
Yes, Madhuma. Welcome after
Unmute.
Yes, you'll be able to unmute now.
able to, yeah, got that.
Yes. Boliye.
It was so super. I can't tell. It was wonderful.
Thank you.
Nice to see you.
Share the recording with our friends.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. We will.
So, can we have...
थोड़ा अच्छे से edit करना भैया. विनय को बोलना. Please tell him to edit it nicely and then post it.
Yes.
Okay. Great. Of course, we'll do that. Anything else anyone likes to say? There are almost 98 people. Chalo, koi to bolo.
गुजरात ક્યારે આવો છો?
ગુજરાત કોણ વાત કરે છે?
ધ્રુવલ.
હા ધ્રુવલ, આપણે ડેટ પાકી છે. રાજકોટ I am coming on 27th of January. 27, 28, 29, 30 I'm in Rajkot. So we will have a Mahasatsang on Saturday and then we'll have a chanting. I'm bringing my whole group of musicians and everyone is coming to Rajkot. And on Sunday, the 28th of January, we will have a session for children and actually for trustees of schools. क्योंकि अभी ये जो बातें हम कर रहे हैं वो स्कूल और कॉलेज और यूथ को जाना बहुत ज़रूरी है. So I want all of you, whoever is connected with any schools, please get in touch with me or with Sonal, Mesta or Meera, Jagruti. All of them have the information. We want to reach out to schools and colleges. The youth of India and of the world are living in so much stress with exams and with substances, and the internet is a problem and cyber is a problem, and all of this जो है ये सारी समस्याओं का हल यही एक ही है कि हम उनको याद दिला दिए कि आप कौन है. When the young, these children, yesterday I'm telling you, these are children of abandoned children in an ashram who have gone through trauma which you and I may never go through in 60 years. They have gone through in 5 years, 6 years. Imagine being 4 years old and know where your parents are and you are all alone on this street and going through that much trauma, but then coming to this and understanding that this is just your role, this is your circumstance, this is just a scene. ये scene है सिर्फ, आप ये नहीं हो. That understanding, and these kids were dancing by the end of the whole 2 hours. It's just a 2-hour workshop. Workshop bhi nahi, it's a seminar. It's a 2-hour seminar and the children were in ecstasy by the end of it. And I think, yeah, Sonal was there. Maybe someone who is there can... Sonal, you can maybe share afterwards, but if we get a chance. But there are a couple of people with something to share. We'll start with Pratik.
Yes, Pratik,
Please
can you
unmute.
switch on your video, please?
Yeah, Pratik, video and audio.
Sorry, unfortunately.
Achha, video nahi hai. Okay, no problem.
So, Sanjiv, I think I've also heard these messages earlier. So, as a Guruji rightly says, we are nobody, and as you're saying, we are Divya Shakti and come here to play a role. Now, but how? See, a lot of times you get into this logical mind and get into somebodyness, and somebodyness just doesn't leave you. It never leaves me. I mean, I think a lot of time I keep telling myself, you're nobody. But again and again, like in office today, something happened and I was like, oh God, again, stress and all that. So,
Correct.
I mean, I don't know how you keep telling yourself it's just a dream. It's not real.
Correct. Absolutely true.
How to solve this puzzle?
I know. So actually, just last week, I had a similar question from somebody, and we came up with this thing called SOS meditation. Okay, you know what SOS means, right? SOS यानी जो इमरजेंसी में आपको मेडिसिन लेनी पड़ती है या इमरजेंसी सर्जरी या इमरजेंसी में कुछ मदद चाहिए. तो हमारा जो नॉर्मल मेडिटेशन है जो हम करते हैं वो हमें कुछ सिचुएशन लाइक यू आर स्पीकिंग एट द ऑफिस कुछ हो जाता है, सडनली समथिंग जस्ट हिट्स यू फ्रॉम द ब्लू, एक गूगली बाउंसर आ जाता है एंड एवरीथिंग गोज फॉर अ टॉस. तो उस वक्त एक SOS मेडिटेशन की जरूरत है. तो हमने एक ऐसे SOS मेडिटेशन पे एक सत्संग किया था लास्ट वीक, and you can go to the video. Sonal, if you can just post the open door channel something or the YouTube channel or the
Now
I don't know
subscribe
if
to it. Yeah.
SOS mode is.
I have
Zoom link is
subscribed
come,
to
but
it.
the WhatsApp
Okay.
group you please send.
Yeah,
so
just
we
put the
can-
WhatsApp group, then you can join the group. You'll
Yeah,
get all the
yeah.
information.
Yeah.
So, but you can see the video when it gets posted. I think it just happened last Tuesday, so it may not come for a few more days. But I'll tell you in brief, in that when the one thing that is always present all your life, every moment, no matter googly ho raha hai ya you are in a party enjoying yourself, no matter what, the one thing that is always available and always present for emergency is your breath. Simply put your attention on your breath. As soon as you see a bouncer, put your attention on your breath. When you put your attention on your breath, that will give you the precious gap that you need to come back to who you are. Without that, it is very hard. It's like डूबते हुए को एक तिनका चाहिए, वो तिनका है आपकी सांस. तो वो सांस को आप जब याद कर लेते हो, it will give you that small opening, and then you are able to recenter yourself and then operate out of who you really are. So that's the SOS meditation. So just one of the, I mean, there are must be many more ways of doing this, but this is one way that I have been using for the last few weeks. And it is just magical. Magical is not the word, Pratik. मैं बोल रहा हूँ
Yeah.
ये बिल्कुल जादू ही है. मैं जो जिनके साथ मेरा कुछ ना कुछ अनबना रहता है, and you can guess who it is. It is usually the closest person to you. And कुछ ना कुछ बाउंसर ऐसा आ जाता है कि ना कि कोई ज्ञान कोई कुछ नहीं रहता है, and then suddenly you react and you're angry and things explode and it's too late, and then you have to do a lot of damage control and a lot of sadhana to come back to ground. So, but I have just put my attention on my breath, and the things that come out of me, of this body, when that attention on breath is there, is completely transformational and completely different than your normal course of life. So just experiment with this. You can see
Yeah, I'll
the
do that.
detailed video later, but just put your attention on your breath and continue, and you will find that the answers are coming on their own, because the breath is the connection to the divine. It is the most subtle form. ये body जो कहते हैं gross है, it's a gross entity. उसका subtlest form जो है वो है सांस. और वो सांस is the thing that connects you with your true self. The bridge between the true self and this imaginary state is the breath. And that is why it is so vital and so powerful. Is it acts as a bridge to take you back to yourself. It's the lifeline, it's the rope. And that's the one you need to go for. So experiment with that and
Thank
let
you
us
so
know.
much. I always feel very blissful. I
Thank you.
always feel very
Where are you based,
when
Pratik?
thank you. I'm based out of Mumbai.
Mumbai.
So
Great.
yeah, Mumbai.
Yeah, so everyone is invited to
Thank
come
you so
to
much,
the
Sanjiv.
satsangs, the open door satsangs, and all the events. Right now, we are doing a lot of schools in Mumbai, colleges, etc. Anyone who's interested can just come to that event. It's connect with Sonal, and you will have all the information. So the next one is actually happening a little bit out of Bombay. It's called Shapur on the 17th of January. We are talking with SNDT College. That'll come up soon. SIS College. A lot of things happening. How to get youth to remember who they are. That's the whole purpose. Great. Thank you. Vijay bhai, bolo.
Yes, thank you so much. जय गुरुदेव संजीव जी. सो
जय
आपने अभी जो एक पॉइंट एक्सप्लेन प्रतीक जी को किया, सो कल या परसों के आई थिंक मनोज जी के वन ऑफ द वीडियोस में या कहाँ पे बुक पे मैं वही पढ़ा कि आप जब भी ये कंफ्यूजन में हो या आपको रिमेम्बर करना है, सो ऑलवेज यू हैव टू रिमेम्बर टू थिंग्स. वन इज लाइक आर यू either you are thinking or either you can focus on your breathe. Okay, so it is a very simplest way to come down to the zero. It's like you always, rather than thinking, you just focus on the breathe, and then definitely you will get all the answers. That one of the thing I just quickly want to share.
Yeah, and I'm saying don't even use the word focus on breath, because focus takes time. Focusing on breath takes time. Focus bhi nahi, just go to the breath. That's all. Just go there. रोप पकड़ना है, so just desperate one grasp, कैसे भी पकड़ लो उसको बस, because focus is activity and focus is a time consuming, and you don't have that time, especially in those stressful sudden moments. कोई कुछ बोल देता है, कोई कुछ कर देता है, जहाँ वक्त नहीं है. Just go to your breath and boom. Okay, go ahead.
Yes. सो अगेन थैंक यू सो मच फॉर आज के जो वंडरफुल सेशन के बारे में। तो सेशन में जो कंटेंट होता है वो डेफिनेटली बहुत अल्टीमेट होता है, और आप जिस सिंपल वे से आप एक्सप्रेस करते हो ना, दैट इज माइंड ब्लोइंग। मतलब ये जो कंसेप्ट है कि हम, मतलब बॉडी इज समथिंग डिफरेंट एंड हम जो मैं हूँ वो जो समथिंग डिफरेंट, वो समझाने के लिए काफी लोगों ने इतने सारे किताब लिखे, लेक्चर लिखे,
I
सब चीजें
know.
लिखे, बट स्टिल दे आर नॉट एबल टू मेक क्लियर दैट, और सिंपल, आई मीन टू से दैट नॉट
Exactly.
क्लियर, बट एटलीस्ट in a very simple way they couldn't put. So
Correct.
so you put is very nice.
Correct.
And I am very much fan of your the voice and the music and the being level.
Thank
So
you. Thank you. Thank
content
you.
is forget about. I always forget about content, but I just immediately get so connected with you and your
Beautiful.
beingness. I love it. Always, I love it. That.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for today's
We,
wonderful message.
we
And
also have a gathering happening in Rishikesh on 17th of February. 17, 18, 19, 20. 18th is Mahashivratri. And 19th, कृष्णदास जिन्होंने कभी सुना होगा तो वो भी ऋषिकेश आने वाले हैं. तो we'll be at the Rishikesh Krishnadas chanting event and Mahashivratri celebration near Mount Kailash in Rishikesh. And we have very, very few seats left. We have actually literally only 6 spots left. Baki ke already everyone has already booked. So if any of you, the first 6, 7 or so, we will be able to accommodate. If you wish to come on those days to Rishikesh, please connect with Sonal and she'll give you all the information. Great, great. Thank you, Vijay. And so please do keep coming. I mean, ये प्रवाह तो हम बहती ही रहती है. आप आइए, चलिए आइए. प्रकाश जी बोलो.
हाँ, जो आज का जो सत्संग था ये बहुत मन को झकझोर दिया, मतलब दिल को इतना झकझोर दिया कि ये क्या कर रहे हो, हम किस पर्पस के लिए आए हैं और हम क्या कर रहे हैं बाहरी दुनिया में. मतलब एक तरह का आज इनर मेडिटेशन ही था मेरे लिए पूरा सत्संग ही.
करेक्ट करेक्ट.
मैं एक
ही कहना चाहूंगा प्रकाश जी की बाहरी दुनिया को पहले स्टेप में हम उसको थोड़ा सा छोड़ते हैं, लेकिन दूसरे स्टेप में हम इसी बाहरी दुनिया को में वापस 100% अंदर वापस आ जाते हैं, बट विद दैट डिफरेंस ऑफ नॉलेज, डिफरेंस ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग. तो तभी जब हम वापस आ जाते हैं, देन एवरीथिंग इज प्रेशियस. Your business is precious, your family, your house, your knowledge, your wealth, each and everything is precious because it's part of this story which you are building. तो इसको हमें नकारना नहीं है, हमें दूर नहीं करना है, बल्कि उसको पूरी तरह से गले लगाना है. राइट.
और ये आपने बहुत सुंदर उदाहरण दिया कि अमिताभ बच्चन स्टेज पे जाके क्या सोचना चाहिए और क्या करना चाहिए, स्टेज पे आके नीचे आके क्या करना चाहिए, सोचना चाहिए. बहुत सुंदर उदाहरण से आपने समझाया, बहुत बढ़िया उदाहरण था.
बिल्कुल. थैंक यू.
दिल को छू गया.
Great. Thank you. Wonderful.
Yes, Meera, can we do the essay in short?
Yeah, okay. So can we quickly do essay in short? Sanjiv, is it?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Okay. Yep, we'll close with that.
Yeah, okay. So quickly, since it's a new year, we all do it happily with full intention and full feeling. Put your one hand on your heart chakra.
Your voice is very low, Miraji.
Okay.
Hold the mic close to your mouth.
Okay. Now see, can you all hear me better?
Yeah, bit louder.
All right. Close your eyes. Lot of feeling, lot of love in your heart. Welcoming. We've stepped into 2023. We are thanking all the beautiful moments we had on 2022. We thank all our masters and our angels who helped us in 2022. It was a blissful journey. We thank all the masters, Sanjiv Bhai, Manojji, Ajay Bhai, for the beautiful Madhuma, for their knowledge over here. All the trainers. Quickly, we thank Mother Earth where we are staying. And we thank our parents for giving us this body so that we experience beautiful moments. Then anything else you want to thank? Quickly, we do the Chin Mudra. And any fear, any block which we don't need in this year, anything you want to remove, please exit it just now. Just now, I am free from all the memories which used to give me a feeling of fear, and I act out of my nobodiness. Please release it just now. You don't have to carry old baggage to the new year.
So I had posted one message for the new year. I'll just play it now.
Yes,
As
sir.
part of this SI. Here we go.
Sure. I'll just finish
Each
it
and
up and
every
then you
day,
start,
each and
Sanjiv.
every moment.
Sorry?
Just one moment, I'll finish it and then you start.
Okay.
We finish with that. And quickly we attract abundance once we clear our blocks for me, my family, and everyone around us. And then with both the hands on the heart chakra, whatever message we've got today from Sanjiv, we are just actors over here. We are all walking Buddhas of our life. And we are going to listen to Sanjiv what he has to say just now. Feeling that Buddha within you. Let's hear this message, what Sanjiv has to say. Yes, Sanjiv, over to you.
Each and every day, each and every moment is wonderful, is important. But let us use this opportunity of the first day of the year to remind ourselves that life itself is the path. Wherever you are in life, whatever you're doing, that is your path. Life, the content of life does not need to change in any way. You need not change in any way. What changes and what we can understand and start living is making the context of life, the background of life, the purpose of life, love. Making love the context of life is living life as bliss, living life as the divine being that you already are. There is nothing you need to learn, there's nothing you need to do, there's nothing that you need to change about yourself. So rather than resolutions about changing the content of your life, let us recreate the ultimate context of life, of joy, of happiness, of love, of truth. And when that context becomes the permanent background of every moment, then life takes on the divine glow, the divine bliss that it is meant to be. May we all move forward on this path together and make our life the path. Happy New Year.
Great.
Wonderful, superb.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you to Sanjeev
Love
ji
you all.
also.
Thank you all for being on this path together with all of us, going to the place where we all belong, which is our true and only self. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.